Man, that was well said. Thank you, brother. Because I honestly believe that part of me sharing this information with you guys is with honestly, and I think you guys got this from me last week. I just from my heart, I want you guys to do this. I want you guys to start with one property, build up second, third, and fourth, and just keep going and going because the positives are crazy out there.
Yeah.
And so, here I am introducing you guys to all these great opportunities, hoping that you guys do get inspired, that you guys get pumped, and you guys see the positives, and you can literally pull the trigger, because that's the whole intention of boots in the ground, man. I think it was you, Edgar, that the one that said, man, you need to like charge more. This is more than 1,900. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so
valuable stuff.
And so I do this with, honestly, the same way I'm doing this and I'm building this. I want all you guys to do it. I want to have a club of Ohio investors where we connect every single year, and we rent a nice a lakeside house for the weekend, and we all fly in badass in private, right? And we all mastermind about how many properties you have, what's your next move, how do you go from this many properties to this many properties, like that's some crazy, thinking out loud, thinking the future and stuff. But that's all doable, people. That's all doable. And mark my words, it's gonna happen. Just like I said a year ago that I was gonna go and scale up and get all these properties and do all this. Man, it's happening. You guys been following me for a minute. It's happening. This ain't no lie. You guys see my properties. You guys literally saw the colors. Which one of you guys said? I even saw that you literally the color that you told us to paint the properties. We saw your property. You literally paint the same colors. Who's the one that said that?
I think that was me.
Funny. That was that other one.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So I really want you guys to win and win the same way I'm winning, because man, there's so many opportunities. Speaking of which, Tufik, let them know about that great property that we came across from that apartment that they were fixing, and they're turning to Airbnb. Tell them about it, brother.
Man, I was actually going to talk about that because you were talking about law of positive, attraction.
Yeah.
And that's really what happened that day. If you think about it, we're all just hungry. Everybody's looking around for some good opportunities, and we were admiring this building that had brand new windows, because last time you guys came on Boots to the Ground, the windows were not installed.
Yeah.
So the windows were installed. So we stopped by just kind of talking about the building. All of a sudden, the guy comes out and he's like, "Hey, what's going on, guys?" And he understood the value of giving back, right? So immediately he was like, "Hey, do you guys want to check it out?" Even though he knew we were investors from Los Angeles, he said you guys were even hurting the local investors because there was so much money coming from California. But he was still like, hey, he was so proud of his project. He's like, let me come show, I'll show you guys my project, And it was a gutted building. It had 2 sections of it, which was a big giant duplex. But each duplex, he created an amazing layout where the kitchen was a shared kitchen between 6 bedrooms, 5 upstairs and 1 downstairs. Each bedroom had their own bathrooms and a nice closet, and each bedroom was already rented for $750 on Airbnb, booked for the next 3 months. So if you think about it, just those six bedrooms were making him about $6,000 or $5,600 to be exact, or so per month, and he was still working on the other unit, which had another 6 bedrooms. So in about 6 months here, the guy's going to be cash flowing $12,000 a month, which is $144,000 a year.
Guys, if you're here on the live and if you're listening to what Tufik just said, please just put some emojis on comments or right there. I want to know that you guys heard what he just literally said right now.
Well, let me tell you something else that's going to blow your mind right now, because he's making about 145. So 2022, he's going to make $144,000. He invested $450,000 total in the project. So aside from obviously headache and working hard, he spent $450,000, but he's going to make $144,000 a year. So he'll make up his money in 3 years.
Guys, insane,
Pretty crazy.
insane,
That was
insane.
awesome.
Now, you guys, what were you guys thinking when you guys saw the property? Because I know all of you guys, like all of us, shit. Like I was like, God damn, this is good.
Every door I opened, I was like, "What the? This is a bedroom too? This is a bedroom too? What the hell?"
Yeah,
It
no,
looked
it's not.
it
It's
was
not
just
that
amazing.
impactful if you was right. Like half of it was just gutted, like old wood, like tear down to the bones, right? And then you go on the other side, it's complete opposite. It's like all modern,
Yeah.
like nice drywall, like completely. I mean, they went a lot of work into that building, a lot of work.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So in regards to that property, what's the return on his money that he's gonna make on his little investment? Do you guys even do the math on that?
Well, if he holds it for 10 years, which I don't think he is, he said he was going to hold it for 3 years, which means he'll make up his 450,000 back. Plus, in 3 years, he'll sell it for $1 million. He said, so.
And
So he'll make
people-
600,000 plus.
all the
plus
rents.
his
Now,
money
listen,
back.
people will pay for it, and the reason people will pay for it is because the cash flow's there. And
Yep.
so when we're talking about bigger, and more commercial properties, anything that's 4 units and more, the only thing we look at mainly to determine the sales price is the rents.
Yep.
And the rents are there. I mean, this guy just on a monthly basis is going to be making like $12,000. Jesus. Every
Couldn't
month.
believe it. You could see the smile on his face when he was telling us about it. Like, damn,
Yeah.
I'd be having that smile too, you know?
Yeah,
He was having one of JJ smiles.
Right. I remember Edgar.
He's like, sometimes I sleep here because I can't believe it.
I remember Edgar. You kept saying, "Man, look, I just like that smile, that smile, that smile." And honestly, I mean,
Yeah.
how can you not smile when you see stuff like that? When you see possibility, when you see that, God damn, everything that we thought it was real, it is real. Shit, I'm seeing it for myself.
Yeah.
And so, if you had to give any feedback or any your own personal testimonial or any kind of words to anyone that's here on the live as far as boots on the ground, what would you say to somebody that's been thinking about joining boots on the ground or investing in another state? What would each and every one of you guys say to that someone right now that it was you guys not so long ago, just kind of looking at the gram, and then finally you guys said, "Hey, let's go. I'm in. I'm roll." Now you guys experienced it. What would you say to that someone right now on the gram right now that's gonna watch this on the replay?
Yeah. Well, I would say that to take action, right? To go ahead and invest into boots on the ground. One thing that I talked to you about was like just overthinking so much, just overthinking it, and then analysis paralysis. Like think about it so much that I don't do anything about it, right? But the truth is that you genuinely want to help us. Like you want to see us succeed. Like like Tim's story talked about it, right? Like you can't give with an empty tank. Like you have to be full to be able to give back, and you're full, man. Like you have enough to give. And the fact is, like when we were having dinner, like you just like in the car, right? Like just on the ride, like, hey guys, like ask me questions. Like we're here, like ask me questions. Like you're just like continuously, like, hey bro, I want to help you. Like ask me. I'm here to help you. That bro, like that for me went a long way, bro. A long way, because you genuinely want to help us. So I mean, the opportunity is there. You're offering people to come join you on these events, and I can tell you that they're worth 10 times more than what you're charging, bro. They really are.
Yeah. Thank you for that, brother. And again, I'll repeat this. the number and or the amount that I charge for the boots on the ground, it's nothing compared, like you said, to the value you guys get out of it. But it is enough for someone to commit and to have a little skin in the game for them to really want to hopefully do something about it. Because when imagine if I was to do this events for free, no one will take them serious. You know, no one will do shit about it. But when you have some skin in the game, that's kind of like when you're like almost kind of forced to like really do something about it. And so I like the fact that you said that you feel it, that I'm genuinely wanted to help you guys, because I really do, man. If man, look, a year ago I have nothing, not even one fucking property. You see what I'm saying? And which, by the way, 15 properties is not even near to my goal. But look, it's happening. It's happening. It's happening. It's happening. And so I really want you guys, the rest of you guys, to literally do the same thing. Literally do the same thing. So before I go to the next one, by the way, if you're here and you want to join Boots to the Ground, send me a DM. Send me a DM. $14.95 that I'm going to tell you guys. We already have 4 or 5 tickets already sold, and because it is going to be the last Boots on the Ground for the year of 2021, I want to pack it up. I just want to pack it up. Okay, so send me a DM if you're really serious about this. Send me a DM, and I'll have my assistant. I think, Shaw, let me know if you're here on the live. I saw you earlier. If you're here on the live, I'll have my assistant send you the invoice, pay for your ticket. If you need, like say, I don't know, maybe you want to pay half right now and half 30 days from now, just go ahead and do it. Tell my assistant, and she'll break it down in 2 payments for you. Don't let money freaking stop you from going to this event. Don't make money. Don't allow money to stop you from just taking action, people. Jesus, scare money makes you no money. If you're scared to invest $1,500 in yourself,
Yeah.
like I honestly, I don't know what to say. Right? I mean, like I don't know what to say. But anyhow, send us a DM. We'll help you out. Okay. So I'll go with the next one. What's your will you recommend anyone else to join us with Boots on the Ground? What will you guys say to this, or to that someone right now? Well, Tufik or Edgar, whichever.
For me, the one thing that I would just recommend for everyone is we all go to these events. I mean, we go to events that there's hundreds of people, thousands of people, and we all come back super motivated. But when was the last time you went to an event of 500 or 1,000 people and you were able to have an intimate conversation kind of guiding you along the way? One of the biggest takeaways, if you want to attend, if you really want to learn and you really want to, I wouldn't call it, but pretty much have someone hold your hand and show you the ropes. This is the event. I mean, we all hear about, hey, the fancy word of, hey, what's underwriting? Oh, I'm underwriting the deal. Hey, it's not too complicated if someone's willing to show you, and it's an intimate interaction with a small group. This group was really fortunate, and there was only 3 of us. One thing I feel personally is I think we all have a level of commitment or accountability for each other. I hope Tupik gets his property, and I hope he's trying to hold me accountable and be like, hey, Edgar, you got to get yours too. Same way for JJ and for the rest of us. So if you definitely want to have some level of accountability, I think this is the event for you to get your first property going.
I love that, brother. I love that. So I'll tell everyone exactly about the underwriting. Obviously, there's so much to cover, but how I know all 3 of you guys were very excited to just finish the day 1, and just go straight to the underwriting. So how was the underwriting? Was it like something like this very complex formula that it took you guys hours to figure out? How was the underwriting process, and how simple, how difficult did I make it for you guys?
For me, if I can just go first, I mean, it was extremely easy. I mean, it's not this big formula you need to follow. As long as you're able to multiply and divide and be able to calculate percentages. That's all it is. And after we were done with the underwriting, we went back into the market the following day. I mean, and I was just asking JJ, hey, what's the price of this? And I was already calculating, hey, this is it. Shortcuts to get to where I need to be. Does it make sense? No. Yes. Okay.
Yep.
This is how I'm going to fund it.
Very, very, very cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. How about the rest of you guys? What have you guys thought about that?
Well, I mean, I'll tell you a few things actually, because I'm an investor myself. I'm the mortgage guru, which that's my trait. I do lending, but simultaneously for the last 5 years, actually maybe 7 years, I've been an investor myself. I've invested and flipped about 35 properties in Chicago, and I own and rent about 4 properties here in Los Angeles. My model is I convert detached garages into additional dwelling units, which gives me cash flow. So, but the cash flow that you get in Cleveland, it blew my mind actually. I mean, obviously you have to do your numbers, you have to know the area very well, you have to do your homework, you have to do your due diligence, underwriting. But honestly, I think it was the least amount of money put down for the most amount of cash flow. As long as you make your underwriting nice and easy, don't think twice. I come across clients that are sitting on $50,000 for the last 5 years, and that $50,000 today is worth probably $25,000. So if you would have put that $25,000 into a property 5 years ago, that would have been worth about $150,000 today. So again, goes back to taking action. Scared money don't make no money, obviously, like you said. So honestly, I think it's taking that first step. Going to an event like this will not only open your mind, but get you motivated. And the first 30 days, you have to take action, or else after 30 days, you're not going to do it, and you're just going to go to the next event to get motivated again, and then you're just going to, it's like, hey, I want to skydive, but you go in the plane, you don't jump. You come back down.
Yep.
And then you go back again, you don't jump again. So it's like, you just got to take action. That's it.
Taking action. Key word, guys. If you're here on the live, I think we've heard the taking action multiple times in this live. Yep. And honestly, that's where everything starts, guys. Look, I understand it's scary. I understand you've never done it before. I understand you're probably freaking out. I understand you're probably thinking about, it's this money enough? What if this goes wrong? I know all those things are going through your head. I know. However, nothing will happen unless you take action. Unless you take action. Now, I think the cool thing about this is that during the 2-day event, you get enough content to know your next step. Does that make sense? So, thank you for that. Let's go when I'm at right here.
Well, see, bro, I know at this event, it's not like, people get intimidated, right? They don't know about real estate. They don't want to invest because they don't know, they're not ready to invest. But you're paying for the information, right? You can learn it on your own. It could take you forever to learn, or you can pay for the information. They can show you the shortcuts to get to success a lot quicker, right? Even for myself, like I could tell you, like I've never got my feet wet in real estate. I've heard about it, I've seen videos on it, but never actually took the action to actually getting more involved, right? So the event like this, bro, it's helpful for people that are experienced, like, the mortgage guru right here, or people like myself that's never been involved in real estate, right? So don't let this event like this intimidate you. Even if you don't have the money for it right now, you're going to get fired up to find a way to make that money to create that wealth, right? Yeah. You have to start now, though. Like, you just have to start somewhere. Start now.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. So watch, guys, watch. Experienced real estate people like the mortgage guru, or unexperienced, say you don't own any real estate, you don't really know the real estate terms. This event is literally for anyone that wants to start building generational wealth, people. I'm very, very strongly passionate about this. You start with one property, you'll go to the second one, third, and next thing you know, you own multiple properties. Now you're building that generational wealth that I know and you guys know now that'll be something that you pass on to your kids, to your kids' kids. I mean, this is something that can literally live on for generations. I know that. You guys know that. It's just taking that inspire action. I think that's the only missing component here. Let me see if we could go and answer a couple of questions. How much do I need to get? How much do I need to get started to break generational barrier to help my family overcome poverty? Man, that's a great question. So I will say the following, and I say this in the new radio talk show. I'm 2 weeks ago I started promoting on the Hispanic Spanish speaking radio stations here in the Inland Empire, and this is kind of like one of the things that I say. And I say that if you have a minimum of $20,000, you could get started. Will that be a realistic statement, guys?
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
for sure. Yeah.
So yes, of course, it'll help if you have more, just in case you need more, if you want to buy multiple properties. But honestly, I honestly believe, and the reason I say I believe is because I've been able to help some people here on the live. I don't know if they're still here on the live, but literally with $20,000 or less, you can buy your first multi-unit. You know, so that's just how it is. Any? Let me see if there's any other questions. But by the way, guys, anything you may want to add to the people here? Any of you guys, anything you may want to add for somebody that's thinking of going, or just thinking of, man, how can I get started? What would you say to that person? Because that was you guys before prior to going to boots to the ground.
For sure. I would say stop sitting on money. Start taking action.
Yeah.
You can't sit on money, man. Like every time you have $15,000, $20,000, you should be getting itchy to get that out of your account. It needs to. It can't be sitting in your savings. I mean, but you know what happens is when you see it in your savings or checking, you get that comfort feeling, and it's like, you don't want that comfort feeling, because what's going to happen is next thing you know, you're going to open your eyes, 5 years are gone, and you're still feeling that comfortable feeling. Next thing you know, you're retired and you're no longer comfortable because you thought that $100,000 would be enough for you to retire. But the reality is that's not enough to even live for like maybe 2 years, So, and by that time, when we're retired, the way inflation is going, I don't even know what's going to happen.
That $100,000 will probably be worth nothing, really. It'll probably be worth nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah.
So we got to start putting our money to work, or else the money is not going to work for us. It'll just sit there, and it'll just continue to get fat, but not fat enough.
No. Well, listen, guys. I think this is very, very, very a good thing to say. If you've been wanting to invest, if you feel that you need to put some of your money to work, put it to work already, people.
Yeah.
Put it to work. And one good way that I know how to put money to work is through real estate, owning real estate. Buy some multi-units and let the tenants pay you every month. Pay for your expenses, pay for your car, pay for your travel, pay. Like Nadia and Ruben, you guys love to travel. You guys travel like 20 times out of the year. Imagine if all this travel was financed through your rentals. How cool would that be, right?
Yeah.
That's what it is. So I think overall it was a success. We have three people that are supposed to be part of the group, and I don't know if they're here. Abel and his assistant couldn't make the last minute thing, and also actually it was 4. Eric Chan, I don't know if you're here, but you need to make it for the next one, brother. And then we had my man James that unfortunately caught a little flu prior going to boots on the ground and couldn't make it. But look, this is something that we're doing to help people out, guys. I don't know it all, but I do know the game in Cleveland, which, by the way, you also can know it. And once you know it, you just duplicate it time after time after time after time, and you grow it up to as much as you want. Eventually, you're going to scale up. I'm already looking to scale up, and scaling up meaning, bigger deals and so forth and so on, because the whole thing here is to scale up sooner than later. And I just know the people that pull triggers here will definitely be able to scale up at the same time. But I'm liking this. Any final thoughts, gentlemen? Anything you may want to share with everyone else here on the live?
Yeah, bro. I just want to confirm, bro. So you called it right at the beginning of the event. You're like, you're gonna go back home, completely changed with a completely different mindset. And sure enough, here we are, sitting right here talking about this. And man, I can't. I'm not the same person anymore, bro. Like now, my have changed completely. Right? Priorities have changed. Now I have a vision. I have a goal, and we talked about this, right? Once I have that vision, all the decisions that I make from here on to that goal are going to help me get to that goal a lot quicker. So you won't be the same person anymore.
Awesome, man. I love that. I love that. We all talked about this, how like your mindset and everything is going to change after this event, after you guys came back. And so thank you for sharing that, brother.
Hey, I can sell your car for you.
Oh, you see right here, bro. I'm telling you.
Hey, let's sell that car. Let's put it in the property and then rebuy it again with that cash flow.
Oh, we get enough.
That's
Car.
what's up. See, this is doing things a bit different, people.
Yeah.
And a lot of times we don't get that mindset. We don't get that different strategy. We don't get to even have these conversations unless you are rolling with people that are like-minded, that are looking or doing the same things that you want to do. That now they're like, hey, boom, you could do this. Boom, you could do this. Boom, you could start here. Boom, then you could go here. And this is the power of people that are like-minded individuals that connect with the same goal in mind.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. It's extremely important. That's why we all have to hold each other accountable. You better believe Jesus is going to get a text from me like in 2 days. I'm like, hey, send me the ad, bro. What happened? Did you sell your car or what happened? And then hopefully Edgar's got his offer on that 49th Street. I don't know what's going on.
Come on. Come on, guys. Hey, Jesus, bro. I'm telling you, you need to pull trigger, bro. Pull the trigger. Pull the trigger. Edgar, you got to pull the trigger, man. Look, I'm telling you right here, I have Nydia, that was part of Boots on the Ground #3. And then I have the Chief Heart Officer, which is Albert Guerra. A lot of you guys know who he is. My favorite plumber. And so we have two people that have gone to this event prior, like you guys. However, we have two different outcomes. And so if Nydia and Albert, if you guys are up to have a educational conversation with me, let me know, and then I'll bring you guys on, and we'll have two of the gentlemen here kind of sit back, so we allow you guys to come on. But it's very important for you guys here that just went to Boots on the Ground, and everybody else is considering going to Boots on the Ground, to listen to this conversation, guys, because you're gonna hear the two sides of the coin. Watch. I have my favorite coin right here. Watch. It's a silver coin that my mom gave me a long time ago, right? And there's always two sides of the coin. I will like if Nita's up for it. She said she's up for it. I want to know if Albert's up for it. I want you guys you and the rest of the people on the live to listen to two different sides of the coin, so you guys could determine, cool, I'm going to be on this side or I'm going to be on this side. That makes sense? So let me know if you guys are up for it. I don't know if Albert's still here, but if Albert's still here and you're up for it, I want to bring you on with Nydia. And what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to have we'll keep Tufik as a moderator, the person that monitors the whole conversation here, and Edgar and Jesus, Jesus, do not go anywhere, man, because I want you guys to listen to this. Look, we have two individuals that have gone boots on the ground, and they both did some a little bit different. And so I want to go ahead and Albert said he's in. So Edgar and Jesus, bro, don't go nowhere from the live. Just give them some room so I can bring them on the live. But I want you guys to listen to this. And aside of that, I want to connect with you guys tomorrow. So make sure that after the live, you guys send me a DM. I want to connect with all three of you guys because I really want to go ahead and spend a good 5-10 minutes with every single one of you guys to see how I could better help you guys. Because again, the biggest thing here is that I want you guys to take action. Whatever it is that we got to do, we have to take action because all three of you guys are different. Your snares are a little different, but nevertheless, I want to make sure that every single one of you guys take action. Fair enough?
Yeah, brother.
That's awesome.